Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you some of my Plumeria collection and going over some tips and tricks to help you get them over the winter and into bloom in the spring and summertime. So right now I am outside with just a few of my favorite cultivars that are in bloom right now. But we're going to come back to this spot. We're going to go into the big greenhouse and I'm going to show you the fertilizer I use because it's in a big bag and I didn't feel like bringing it out here to induce blooming. And I'm gonna show you one of my big trees. The whole reason I'm doing this video is I just came across a video and a comment from my Plumeria videos from a decade ago when I was first starting to grow them, and I was wintering them inside and had some horrible rot down in the basement and was doing that video, and I forgot all about that I even did that video. Since then I've had so much success with them, and we have hundreds of different plumerias here at the nursery. Lots of seed grown, lots of cultivars, stuff like that. But I want to just go over the feeding and how to get them to bloom and stuff like that. Maybe do a little bit of update video to that one. So let's go look at the tree that was rotten at the time in the video from 10 years ago. I'll try to remember to link to that video. The whole reason I'm doing this one. We'll go for a walk and see that one first. It's done really well for me, and I've made dozens of cuttings off of that one since then. But let's go for the walk. All right, so we went into the greenhouse here, and it's a Seagrow formula. I believe it is Moregrow formula, and it's 6-30-30. So that's what I'm using on the plants right now to induce blooms and roots and stuff like that. Make sure everything's healthy for the middle of summer blooming season. It's not something I've ever worked with for carnivorous plants or orchids, really. It's just my all-purpose fertilizer. It's a blue fertilizer, and I put it in with one of those Miracle Grow sprayers with a hose, and it just sort of regulates itself. When it's empty, I refill it. But that's how a lot of things get watered, a couple times a month this time of year. All right, so here we are in front of the tree that was in the video 10 years ago. It's currently 34 degrees in here in the greenhouse. It's 79% humidity. It's nice and warm. We're just going to tilt you up a little bit, maybe raise the tripod up some. It's big. You can see lots of Sarracenia in the background here, and this one goes way up. Got to lift the camera. And it's really quite tall up there. I'm going to zoom out a bit so we can get a little bit more perspective. So I can on my tippy toes just reach that leaf there, and it's pretty big trunk, just like that, almost as thick as my arm. And yeah, it's done really well for me. So that is my main plant, and I've had it for seed growing, had it for over 10 years now, and it's kind of what started it all. But anyways, it's in a big pot, at least 5-7 gallon pot probably. And I grabbed some Osmocote fertilizer as well for it. I wonder if this thing is going to stay on my step on the tripod. It's kind of a wobbly ground here. Stay. So I'm going to give it some of this from time to time as well. They're heavy feeders, so I don't hesitate. Now, the thing with these guys is I find this greenhouse is too cold for them in the wintertime, and I bring them in for the winter. And this guy actually lives in my house for the wintertime. But the problem with wintering these guys where it's cold and damp and wet is they are prone to rot. So he comes inside, goes semi-dormant, then comes back out in the spring. Sometimes he comes just right outside, and sometimes he comes back in the greenhouse where he can have a longer summer. But now let's move back outside to where we first started, and I'm going to show you my favorite cultivars that are in bloom right now. Okay, here's sort of an overview of our plants. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones out here. 2 of them are not in bloom, but I just wanted to show you because they seem so cool. So let's go in for a closer look on all of them. Okay, this first one here, this is called Moonlight. It is a beautiful cultivar, very classic looking to me. I just think this is exactly what a Plumeria should look like. Super beautiful. You can bring that in. The blooms are super nice, and it's got a really nice scent to it as well. At this point of comparison, I would say it's like a 7 or 8 out of 10 for like scent strongness and like goodness. Really nice. This one here, the next one, it is sadly just finishing up its blooming, but I can see a flush of new leaves coming out on it down here. as well as it looks like 2 or 3 new growth points. So that's cool. When they bloom, they divide as well into bigger growth points. I'll just butcher this name, so I'm just going to show you the tag. But this one smells really nice. I think its scent is very strong. I know it looks a lot like the last one. It's a little more pink. The stems are a little more red. And yeah, it's super, super nice smelling. Okay, this one next to me has just sort of broken dormancy. And just getting its first leaves on it. It is newer to me. It's new to me. And it's called Siam Gold. So the difference is the leaves are a different color. I'm not sure if that's going to show up on camera, but it almost pops like a yellow gold color to the leaves, especially in bright light. This one's just recently come outside, and the leaf has really, I want to say, yellowed up instead of greened up. It looks very different than the other ones. That's Siam Gold. And actually, I forgot this one was even here. This one is one you may not have ever seen before. This one here is a nice Plumeria as well. It is Plumeria, I believe that's how it's pronounced. I haven't had this one bloom yet, but it's super neat. Very dainty, really cool. Growing quite well. So I'm hoping to have that guy bloom soon. Now I'm a sucker for variegation. I don't know why, but this is the first. This flower is just starting to open. This is Plumeria Silverleaf, and I'm going to back up and show you the leaves in better detail after. I absolutely love it for its variegation and its pink and white flowers. At this point, the flowers they don't smell a whole lot, but I'm hoping that's going to increase with age. The sun is behind me, so it's like I can see my own shadows. It's quite annoying. I'm going to change the view for the next shot. But anyways, that's Silverleaf there. And it's super nice. I love how the variegation is contrasting creams and light greens. And the Silverleaf tends to have the silver all the way around to the cream, all the way around the edges of the leaves. Really, really nice plant. Okay, I changed angles for this, so a little bit different angle. This one is just opening for me as well. This is called Bangkok Fire. It's going to have an orangey inside and red on the outer petals. Super nice. Can't tell you how much it smells yet. This is the first bloom for me, but I have another 4 or 5 about to open in the next week, and then a bunch down lower than that. But Bangkok Fire is definitely super nice. You can see the leaves are back to a nice, sort of rich, healthy green. The last one I'm going to show you, we're just going to move the camera over here, is another variegated, because again, I'm just a sucker for the variegated. This one is called Maya. It is not in bloom, I'm afraid, yet, but I just had to show you for the variegation. So any plant that is variegated and blooms, that's a real bonus to me. Anyways, they're out in full sun right now. I find that the heat is almost more important than the sun. If you live in a colder place like we do in Canada, a lot of times you have to get them in full sun in order to get them really warmed up. In the greenhouse, it's still sunny, but it's not nearly as intense sun, but the temperature is warmer, and they tend to do better in the greenhouse, even though the light isn't quite as bright. Remember I talked about the fertilization? I'm going to give these guys some Osmocote pellets once this video is done. I'm just going to put about 6 in each pot, just to make sure they have a fresh batch of fertilizer there for the rest of their blooming season. I'm really hoping to get this Maya into blooming as well, but I don't see it. I have some other Mayas in another greenhouse as well, so maybe one of those will bloom for me. Anyways, there are some care tips on your Plumeria. I did touch base really quickly on they don't like it too cold and wet for the winter. Make sure wherever you're storing them is going to be dry. I also let their pots go much, much drier for the winter than I do in the summer. As they drop leaves, you drop your watering. As they gain leaves, you can start to water again, because they can respire, I guess is the word, breathe out, release the water that they're actually sucking in and not go rotten. So that's my general rule of thumb. The more leaves, the more water. But anyways, I hope you liked this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching.